2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Fields. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Bears will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap, Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it was good coverage defensively, and they were able to break it up.
To throw, Huntley. Flush to his right. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 38 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Huntley to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. He'll drop this one down to Cohen, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And he completes it to Cohen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, it's Fields. And he'll find Everett there, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tucker roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England. when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. They try again with Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Now Fields. And it'll be intercepted. And get there and pick it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Here's Huntley. That'll be caught. It's Rager. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Rager, 81 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
Rack yardage and a touchdown there with a big play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. That's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And the pressure gets to him again. He's going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And got his man complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, Huntley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Huntley flushed out right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Eluding the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line between being aggressive and attack?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, Huntley. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Huntley. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Rager, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Fields. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, Fields. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And now here's another interception. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Fields. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Check 13.
Fields on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing again is Fields. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their route.
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions. that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Check it back, check it back.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. 2nd and 9.
Go! 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's got Fuller. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this 4th quarter. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Show it up. Show it up. Check nickel. Hey! Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. One side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.